Today is Saturday, May 10th, 2014. This is the start of some videos that I have been wanting to make for some time. And I'm very excited about this because this is information that is just going to absolutely help every single person. And there's going to be about 3, maybe 4 parts to this. So keep looking for the shielding and the ones that are titled shielding, the videos on that. It is said, and I've had military people tell me this, that radar cannot penetrate aluminum. And there has been a big movement on getting people to strip the aluminum siding off to put up plastic siding. And we have been very diligent trying to get this urgent information out. Please do not, if you've got aluminum siding on your home, do not remove it. If you do not have aluminum siding, here's some things that you can do. Your aluminum, don't recycle it anymore. Start taking your aluminum. I like to flatten mine down. That's just my preference. And in your ceilings, go into your attic floor and start laying your aluminum down. Now you want to make sure that these are rinsed out, these are cleaned up, because of the ant problems that you'll start having, the other bugs infestation that you're having. So it's just good to go ahead and just rinse these out with hot water. Generally, a lot of times, that's good. That's all you need. You don't need to go into disinfecting or anything like that. Start laying them on your attic floor, your ceiling, and any place else that you want to do. You will start seeing a noticeable coming down of what they are hitting us with. Now then, there is one step that you can take this further. You know, back in I was raised in the 60s and 70s, so we had leaded gasoline, we had lead paint. Now, I grew up 15 minutes from a metropolitan area, very big metropolitan area that involved 2 states. And I had never ever heard of any child or any type of lead poisoning. It wasn't until that they started taking our regular gasoline, leaded, and start putting unleaded in. And in the height of this, into the 80s, that's when you started seeing more of these propagandas about, oh, this child got this lead poisoning, and it got the whole family, and it just gets worse and worse and worse, because that's what the government likes to do, the black op government. Not everybody in the government. What we are against is corrupt government. That's all we are against. We're not against government. We're against corrupt government. So, okay, now then, in order for their HARP energy, direct energy weapons, etc. to work, they had to get the lead out. They had to get it out of the atmosphere. They had to get it off our walls, because their technology can't penetrate lead. And so what I have been able to start doing here recently is that, seeing the burn marks on my mother's scalp was, all right, we're going to start doing something about this. What can we do? Since lead is what they do not want us getting our hands on, then that's exactly what we should be getting our hands on. And so, this sheet here, this is approximately 3 yards long, about 1 foot wide. This is lead sheeting. You want to start placing lead where you sleep and where you sit at the most. My mother made an interesting comment when I started getting some of these strips and stuff over where she sleeps. She said that I asked her, I said, "How are you doing, Mother?" I said, "You look like you're waking up better." She goes, "Yeah." I said, "They weren't able to hit you?" She goes, "No, but I could tell it felt like they were searching for me, trying to find me, seek me out." Really? All right, then. All right. We're on the right path here. So, you can use, you can also, here's another good thing to use with your lead sheeting and even heavy-duty aluminum, because that they like to hit us in the head all the time. That's why you get the tender spots. Anybody that has been a victim of their direct energy weapons technology, anybody who has been hit by these know that how bad it makes you hurt. What can we do about it? How is it that we can even go into to go shopping or go to doctor's offices and be able to have our own minds and not be dealing with that pain and that interference, you know, like especially like they want you to forget the train of thought that you have. And you always know when it's them hitting you that caused the loss of your train of thought, because if it was a natural loss of train of thought, it is one that you kind of hesitate, but you pick it back up and you're able to keep going. When it is an electronic interference, it is a complete loss of your thought. And if you're happen to be speaking to somebody at that time, instead of just maybe just thinking about things, that you go, "What was I talking about?" And then they can help kickstart it. But usually if it's just what you're thinking or discussing within yourself about yourself, you know that when you lose that train of thought, the best thing to do is where you're at, get out. Go to another room in the place. If you happen to be at your home, go to another room. If that's not helping you to pick back up on it, step outside the door, because more times than not, as soon as you step out that door, it'll come back. So, what are some of the things that we can do to protect our heads? This hat has a pocket in here, an opening. I took the plastic support out of it. I cut out a piece of lead. Let's see. I'm sorry, I get it up here. That's lead. This is about 1/32 width. When I am sitting at my computer, that's when they really like to start hitting. And so I get up, because they're hitting me right now, and I make sure that I can get this where I feel them hitting me. A big difference. Big difference. And what you can, if you don't have lead or a pocket or way to put the lead in your hat, get aluminum. I prefer heavy duty aluminum, and I prefer to have the shiny side out because that's the reflecting side. Put it all around the bill of your hat and the top of it, and you will see that you will have more control over your thoughts, your verbalizations, than without it. Because one of the things that the propaganda that the government does is they want you to think that that's foolishness, try to make you look like you're idiotic when they know that that's one of the best things that you can do. And if you go into stores, wear reflective sunglasses, so when they're doing that alternating current to keep you in the trances to control your mind, that your mirrored sunglasses are reflecting that, and therefore you're less likely to walk out with stuff you had no intentions of ever buying. Okay, I'm over about 10 seconds. I'm going to stop with this so we can get it loaded up. Pass this around, please. Get it to others, because I tell you, this really works. We'll get them. The people we're getting them. What they don't know is we already got them.